Hey everyone, my name's Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West. And can I vent for a second? Can I vent? Am I allowed to vent here? I think you want me to vent, right? I'm allowed. Okay, I'm gonna vent. I hate this. I'm so bothered by this. This absolutely infuriates me, and I don't know why. Maybe I do know why. I think it's because it's so wrong. Like, it's so actively wrong that it bothers me how much this has caught on. So, ever since people heard Donda Chant for the first time, or really since the album dropped, I think it started on TikTok, is what people were saying. There is the rumor that on Donda Chant, the song where Selena Johnson says, Donda, 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 Donda. Donda, 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 like repeats it. The first rumor was that she says it 58 times because Donda's age at which she passed away was 58, right? So it was one saying of the name for every year that Donda was alive. And now the most recent rumor that got attached to that wasn't just that it was based on how many years Donda was old, but it's also supposed to be the rhythm of Donda's heart. And then it got, it evolved from there, from the rhythm of her heart to the rhythm of her heart as she was dying. And that the whole Donda chant is symbolic of Kanye's mom's passing away, which is just such an escalation. And you can see all these posts on Twitter that are saying like the same thing, right? Like, okay, I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure Donda chant is Donda's heart rate before she died. It said 58 times and speeding and slowing, etc., etc. There's just all these posts, and popular pages started talking about it as well and reposting it like it's true. There's this article on Hot New Hip Hop that started saying Kanye West Donda chant may be deeper than listeners originally thought. So it picked up and got some legs. People on podcasts were talking about it, the Neighborhood Talk, and it's just like, it's bothersome. You know, for somebody to spend so much time analyzing art, not just Kanye stuff, but like poetry, literature, movies, just when people like do such a blatant misinterpretation, it just sets me off. It really sets me off. So you can see that Josh here, like, bless you, Joshua, says, while this fan theory is an interesting take on Donda chant, Selena Johnson actually says Donda 60 times rather than 58. So, like, that's the first part that's just infuriating to me, is that you have all these people saying, like, the 58, 58, 58, 58, and it's 60. Like, you can just count it, listen and count it, and it's 60. And granted, 58 is close to 60, right? And a lot of the Dondas are rapid fire, so it's easy to miss them. It's just, you would think at this point, with how popular this has gotten, that people would be speaking up and saying it's 60, it's 60, it's 60. So this is me saying it's 60, not 58. So we throw that out the window. And once that's thrown out the window, there's actually no foundation to say that it's the heart rate as Donda is passing away, because what's that attached to? We don't have anything on the album, right, that relates to that. So you could say, I feel that it's symbolic of this, and that's fine. You can feel that way. But for people saying it is this, that's a much different statement, and it's not. There's just no, there's no evidence on the album. And Selena Johnson, who's the one that voices this, you may remember her from All Falls Down. She's the one that sings the interpolation of the Lauryn Hill song that Kanye uses. She's the one that does the Donda chants, and she talks about in this 5-minute speech about working on specifically this song, the album in general. It's funny because she talks about Soulja Boy being upset and Chris Brown being upset that they got taken off, and Selena says that she flew out and she recorded a whole like verse, like she sang on songs, and it was in the aftermath of doing all of that work that she and Kanye started talking, and Kanye said he wanted something that was healing. And it was Selena Johnson that started saying that Donda, you know, the name Donda and repeating Donda has this meditation to it, especially with the repetition of that consonant. And she talks about that specifically at this 3-minute, 40-second mark. And that was the genesis of Donda chants, is that when you say her name repeatedly, it becomes this meditation, it becomes this chant that can feel very healing. It's not this next level thing, as people have started saying that it's Kanye trying to summon the spirit of his mother and is very demonic. That was something else that was picking up on Facebook and going wildly popular on Facebook, which is just absurd as well. So Selena's just like, there's nothing demonic about it. We're just literally thinking of something that was healing and this meditative use of her name. And she started singing it in all kinds of different ways just to try to see what Kanye kind of connected to, what sounded good. And this, what we hear, I think, from what Selena is saying, is her doing these different kind of test versions for them to try to figure out what they wanted it to be. And Kanye just kind of took that and made it what it is. And she was surprised when she heard the actual album version of it because she didn't know what he was going to do with it. So that was the genesis of it. It was Selena Johnson suggesting the repetition because of the meditative quality to it and how meditation on that, like the name itself, can be healing. And it's supposed to be a healing component. So that's it. There's no like 58s for the years Donda was alive. There's no heart rate, and it's supposed to mimic the heart rates. It was initially intended as, that's a whole different thing. It was initially intended as a meditation, and that's why it's called Donda Chant, right? Because you're chanting the name, you're chanting as in prayer, as in meditation. So that's it. So let the record be set straight here today on the Watching the Throne YouTube channel that this is what Donda Chant is. It is a meditation on the name, and it's supposed to be healing. So you can have other interpretations that you like that make you think, okay, when I hear that, it makes me think of this. All of that is completely fine, but it's not doing all these wacky, crazy things that people were saying was the purpose and intention of Donda Chant. So that's it for this video. If you're enjoying the channel and you want to support us, the easiest way is to like, comment, subscribe, as any of those things tell YouTube this is a channel people like, and then they show it to others, which goes a long way in helping us. So until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.